The wishing tree. Have you ever wished for something thinking it would make you truly happy? What if that wish came true, but in a way you never expected? This is the story of Tim, a boy whose simple wish led him on an unforgettable journey. Once upon a time, in a small village near a big forest, lived a kind boy named Tim. He lived with his grandmother Lily in a small house. They were poor, but they were happy. Tim worked hard to help his grandmother. He cut wood, carried water, and did chores. Every morning, Tim went to the forest to collect firewood. He liked the peaceful forest, the singing birds, and the soft wind. One morning he saw something special, a tall, glowing tree. The tree was different. Its trunk was shiny and its green leaves sparkled. It stood alone in a small, quiet place. Tim felt something magical. He walked closer and touched the tree. To his surprise, the tree spoke. "Hello, Tim," said the tree. "I am the wishing tree. I can give you one wish, but your wish should help others, not just yourself." Tim was shocked. "You can talk?" he asked. The tree laughed softly. "I only speak to kind hearts." Tim thought for a moment. He wanted a better life for himself and his grandmother. He said, "I wish for a big house. A warm house with a beautiful garden. A happy place for my grandmother and me." The tree nodded. "Your wish is granted, Tim. But remember, happiness comes from sharing." Tim thanked the tree and ran home. When he arrived, he saw a big, beautiful house. It had tall windows, a warm fire, and a colorful garden. Tim and Grandma Lily were very happy. But soon strange things happened. The house was too big. Rooms moved to different places. Some doors led to nowhere. At first, Tim thought it was fun, but later it felt strange. The house felt empty. The villagers also changed. They did not visit anymore. Tim heard whispers. Some people were jealous and others were afraid. One man, Edgar, said, "Magic always comes with a price." Tim felt sad. He had a big house, but he was lonely. One evening, the wishing tree spoke again. "Tim, are you happy?" it asked. Tim sighed. "I thought I would be happy. But the house is too big and I feel alone." The tree said, "Happiness is not about things. It is about people. Do you want to change your wish?" Tim thought hard. The next morning he went to the village and invited everyone to his house. At first they were unsure, but soon they came. They ate, played, and laughed together. The big house became warm with people and joy. Even Edgar smiled. "Maybe I was wrong," he said. "Maybe happiness is for sharing." Tim understood the lesson. That evening, the wishing tree appeared again. "You have learned well, Tim. True happiness comes from giving." Tim smiled. "Thank you, wishing tree. Now I understand." From that day, Tim and his grandmother were never lonely. Their house was always full of friends and laughter. The village became a happy place, not because of a big house, but because of kindness and sharing. As Tim lay in bed that night, he thought about the wishing tree. Was this the end of his journey or just the beginning? He felt that there were still more lessons to learn, more adventures waiting for him. And deep in the forest, the wishing tree stood silently, watching, waiting, perhaps for the next wish to be made.